Wow, I'm telling you, it's so hard to do this from cell phones. I'm having the time of my life trying to figure everything out, but I'm having fun doing it. Let me know if you can hear me, if there's any problem with the sound, because I got a strange microphone set up. It would surprise you where the microphone is sitting right now. But anyway, I see Tox Vlogs is here. Hello, beautiful Tox is here. Charmaine, Anna Mae Reyes in the house. Manolyn Reyes is here. How is everyone this evening? And let me scroll down here. Oh, I just saw my big finger enter in here to the screen. Yes, I want to see who all is here and who all stopped by to say hi. Alien Cruise Official. Yen Irene is here. Anna G, how you be? Ramses stopped by to say hi. Jalen Villarias, finger looking good. Hey, today we're going to draw. We're going to draw for winners. There's going to be 3 200 peso winners. Did I say that correctly? So invite all your friends in here. Now, I don't know if we're going to buffer or not because we are on the internet that's in the hotel. We did have a little problem with it last time. And so what are you going to do? Oh, loud and clear. Thanks so much, Anime. All right, so let's talk about what happened this week a little bit, right? So I'm going to be doing a video about some of this stuff. So I'm probably just going to drone on for a few moments about different things. These are observations. They're not complaints, by the way. I'm doing a video. I was working on a video that is talking about things that visitors to the Philippines should expect upon their visit that may not be, the same in their own country, especially if they're coming here Oh, I'm frozen. You know what? You know what I meant to do? I meant to go to data only, and I forgot to do that again. So I wonder if I can figure that, how to do this data only thing, how to switch over without interrupting the stream. But if I do, just come back. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to go back and I'm going to try and see if I can go to settings. And then I'm going to get off the internet and go 100% data. If I mess it up, I mess it up. You know, I'm low tech Dan. I know a lot of people do their live streams using data only. And a lot of people tell me that StreamYard isn't the best to use when you're, because it sucks the data right out of your phone. I believe that. I thought the internet here was a little bit more stable because we don't have any problems using it when we're just doing everyday stuff. It's only when I do live stream on StreamYard that we have this issue. Yeah, I know where I could see myself. I have two phones. I have three phones going. Actually, I've got one that's monitoring the chat, and I've got one that's monitoring the live feed. So let's play along and let's see if it does it again. If it does, I'm going to figure out how to go into settings and then just go data only on my phone. I know a lot of you do it that way. A lot of you do data only, and I've got plenty of data, so we might try that if we keep up. So last time we froze up 4 times on a live stream, and I meant to take care of that. I meant to actually go in there and disable Wi-Fi and go 100% data, because I'm right here next to the window. I'm right here where the signal would have no problem at all getting in here. Dennis Verga's here, Eileen Cruz official. Every man repeats a story. Yen Arena's here. I'm getting some weird messages. Chopal Lee is here. Chopal Lee, how have you been? Maris is in the house. Hey, let me ask you guys something. Are you getting slammed with spam messages from using Maya or Gmail? I'm getting torn up. That was one of the things I wanted to talk about today. I just got a message right now. It just appeared on my screen. I'm getting spammed to death saying, you have won. You have a $2,500 credit. Come here right now and claim it, you know, something like that. And then I get the spam detection message that follows close behind saying, you've been spammed. To block this phone number, please hit this button, you know, something like that. Anyway, that's one of the things I want to talk about. I want to talk about what happened as far as my credit cards and bank account and all this stuff being breached, because I did have a problem with it, and I discovered where it's coming from. So I had a mortgage on the house that's been retired back in the United States. And what happened was the mortgage company lost control of their security, you know, and so they were hacked. They were hacked, and tens of thousands, if not thousands, of people's personal information who had a mortgage with that company, they got it all released out there into the dark web. And so I've been getting alerts from time to time, 2 or 3 so far. Oh, you're doing great. That's great, Chopal Lee. 2 or 3 so far that talk about, you know, fraud alerts and things like that. And so I'm thinking I'm going to have to shut down the use of most of these credit cards, and I might keep one going. Things have settled down since the last 2 fraud alerts that I've received where they had to replace credit cards. But, you know, it becomes really a pain in the butt. Every man says I should have what? Every man said I should have that back in my cruise ship days. All right, I would have made millions. The thing is about these credit cards, I really don't use them. Well, I use them. I use them to book accommodation. I use them to book airline tickets, right? But I'm thinking about just closing everything down and just going cash only, you know, just cash is king. But it's so inconvenient because you can book all your stuff online using a credit card. But I'm really worried about the debit card. You know, somebody can get a hold of that and just drain the bank account. Who knows if I'd ever see that money back, you know, it'd be gone forever. And I usually keep a little bit of cash handy in there because we use that bank account in the States to transfer funds over here to the Philippines. Anyway, expats are going to have to deal with this if they come over here and they decide to transplant themselves. They're going to have to deal with this sooner or later. Now, I noticed that Gio in the Philippines is just did a vlog where he's talking about what you need. Oh, Sir Luke is here. Sir Luke, wishing you a belated happy birthday, my friend. I hope you're feeling better. Somebody said you weren't feeling so well. I'm fighting a cold. I'm not sure that equates to whatever you were going through. But the whole thing is that you got to keep on this stuff, you know. And Gio in the Philippines did some kind of video where he's talking about all these things that you need if you're going to transplant yourself, if you're going to move to the Philippines. And I agreed with every single one of them. And so go watch Gio in the Philippines' latest one, I think. His latest vlog where he's talking about maintaining a phone number and all this sort of stuff. But I got him on one point, right? And that was that T-Mobile. So yeah, T-Mobile, a lot of people think that T-Mobile is the best deal in town, that you go when you have to activate this phone number for international use when you're in the United States. So I talked to the T-Mobile people, and that was a very, very expensive deal, something like $80 per month that you had to maintain in order to have access to a U.S. phone number where you can use the phone number overseas. So it had roaming, it had international roaming, and 80 was the maximum that they would that you would ever be charged. But there's a better deal out there, and I'm surprised that he missed this, right? The deal was, oh, what's that, every man? Gio and you had a falling out years ago. I wonder about that. I wondered why I haven't seen you or him together in any of these live streams or interviews or anything like that. It's been a while. What I was going to say about this is that you go Google-Fi. Nitban is the one that turned me on. And yes, if you're going to use data where you're traveling overseas, you're gonna burn through a lot of data. But basically, you're using it for phone calls. If your bank needs to send you some kind of secret squirrel code, you know, OTP code, so you can activate some transfer of money or something like that, then you go to your Google-Fi phone, and I use a Motorola, and I had to activate this when Minnie and I were in the States last November. We took care of all this business there. And it's only $25 per month. We don't use the data on the phone. Of course, the phone knows where you are when you travel, no matter where you are, all over the world. If it has service in the country where Google-Fi provides services, then it knows where you're at. Because it always gives you a welcome message when you, for example, last time we went to Thailand, all of a sudden this welcome message appears on my Google-Fi phone. On that Motorola phone, I got a message that says, "Welcome to Thailand. Crystal's Adventures is here." Madeline Reyes hanging in there with us, as well as Talks Blogs. Anime Reyes doing her thing. Appreciate it. Keeping me alive and well on the Facebook page, as well as others. Crystal's doing a great job sharing me out, as well as Jay Lynn, and a few others. I really appreciate it. It really does help. Oh, by the way, before I continue on with my diatribe for today, did I tell you that we're going to have 3 chances? We're going to have 3 polls on the random number generator to see if we can get any winners, and our perimeters are going to be guessing the number between 1 and 50. I think you guys know the rules by now, right? We're going to have 3 winners somewhere during the live stream. We're probably going to pull one pretty soon, right? And all you have to do is be the first one to guess the number between 1 and 50, and if you are the first one to guess the number that was pulled on the random number generator, then voila. No, not I don't mean voila. I always mess up like that. I mean presto, you win. So I got Man Minnie's readers on. Did you notice? This helps clear things up because we have the same prescription for reading, and so this works out good on these small phones. I didn't carry my laptop around on this trip. Yeah, I didn't want to carry all this stuff around. Instead, I got the cell phones, or we're learning how to live stream using these, and that's why we're getting occasionally we're going to get the buffering and stuff like that. I haven't figured the whole thing out yet. But anyway, I got the random number generator up. I don't know if you could see it or not. Yeah, right now it's showing a 23, right? So the way it works is I'll put in here start into the chat, and then you guys guess, right? And it's going to be between the number 1 and 50. And then I'll put stop in there. The first person who guesses the number in the chat, that shows up in the chat, in between my start and stop, they will win the 200 pesos. And you'll have to send me your GCash phone number, because I did not carry any of that stuff with me. I'm traveling light today. You know, reminds me of a Neil Diamond song. Traveling light today, in the eye of the storm, in the eye of the storm. And so you'll have to, if you want to get paid your 200 pesos, if you're feeling lucky, you're going to have to send me your GCash number, because I don't have it with me. You know, I don't plan actually on carrying any of that stuff with me. I should have learned by now to put it in my phone, but they don't call me Low Tech Dan for nothing. Tim Deziak is in the house. Denz Verga. Madeline Reyes is here. Anime Reyes. Are you sisters? I always wondered about that. All right. So now, what are we going to do? Oh, well, now what happened last time was, because of the delay, the start and the stop doesn't show up the same on my end as it does on your end. God Repairs is here. Moelma's here. Welcome, welcome, right? So you're the one that does the assessment, goes in there, tells me who the winner is. I hope the thing doesn't glitch when we go to choose a winner. We're about ready to do it right now. We're about ready to do it. So you're the ones that are responsible for telling me who has won. You know, you're the one. By the way, I saw Nitban checking in. I think he was mentioning that, 3 a.m. in California. I didn't know that you were back home, Nitban. I don't know if you're listening or not, but I did not realize you were back home in California. You know, we didn't even get a chance to spend that much time together, right? This trip. So anyway, it's 3 a.m. California time, I guess, is the start of the stream. I'm not exactly sure. Listen, there's a lot of stuff going on. So anyway, T-7, I will be over Japan. T-7 days. Heading to the far west, no doubt. Hey, by the way, I want to share this story with you. Let me set this up to put the start in the chat, but don't guess yet. I'm going to share this story with you. Right? Nicole is here. Nicole is sharing it out. All right, so Nicole Farr. All right, so let's talk about this for a second. Will you send your friends a message saying, Dan's getting ready to draw for the first winner? All right, so you'll notice that this isn't as heavy, right, as it was. Here's what happens, right? I go to some of you'll notice, see, I got my hair sliced up. Here's the thing, right? I asked him to trim my mustache and my beard, right? Nicole, this is a funny story. And then so I see him, so there's a miscommunication, right? There's a miscommunication because he takes the razor and he goes right up the middle of my goatee, right? And so I like the hair down here because I tend to break out here, and here. And so I like to cover it up with the goatee. And so now I'm starting to grow it back. So I wasn't upset or anything like that. Misunderstandings are going to happen from time to time. Miscommunications are going to happen from time to time, you know? And so I have no problem with him. I actually started laughing. So he goes, and I go, he just went, and so now I'm growing it back. It doesn't take very long to start to grow back. It was a couple of days ago that this happened. And so that's what happened. All right, so 1 to 50, you guys know the rules, right? You know the rules on this random number. I'm going to generate the number, but I'm looking away. Actually, I should take these glasses off for a second while I generate the number because I don't want to show it up. I don't want it showing up in the reflection of these glasses, right? So I'm generating the number now between 1 and 50, and you can start guessing now. Who will win? Who will win today? Coffee Time with Dan. It's time to get a winner. Time to get a winner, winner chicken dinner. 1 to 50 is the number. You have to guess it before I put stop in here. Oh, I'm getting an itchy finger. I'm getting ready to hit stop. Now, if we have no winners, then of course we're going to do it again, right? We're going to do it again. Oh, okay. So the stop is showing up now. Like I said, the stop will not have the same appearance. It will not appear in the same place. So you have to select the winner, right? Okay, I have the number here. Let me put my glasses back on. Mammonie's glasses to be exact. The first 200 pesos goes to the person who selected 49. That's a strange number. 1 to 50, and it randomly picked 49. So 49 is the winner, and then I'm going to wait until you tell me who won. I'm not even going to bother going in and taking a look at the chat because I realized, like from last time, it didn't work out so much. No winner, Anime says. No winner. Oh no, no winner. No winner. Let's see, what was I going to say? All right, so let's talk about. We're gonna do another. We're gonna do another. We're gonna select again in a moment, but I want to tell you something else, right? I want to talk about how the exchange. So the exchange rate. I want to talk about that. The exchange rate to the dollar and the Philippine peso is going crazy. A couple of times we came very, very close to hitting 59 to 1. I think the latest was 58.8, something, or yeah, 58.8. Well, I went into, so whenever that happens, right, I like to go and I like to exchange some money, and we keep a few dollars around. So I went into Metro. Did I go into Metro? Is that where we went? Went to Metro Market at Ayala Center, and they have an exchange. They have a forex exchange center set up there, right? And they were offering up a pretty high number. They were giving the bank buy rate of 58.4. And you know, when they do 58.4, they were limiting how many dollars you could exchange in there because they had a line going out the door. They're very, very busy. And so Tim says 58.75 today, 58.75, and we got a buy rate of 58.4. I don't think you're going to get that on the walk-in street, Tim. I just don't think you're going to get 58.4 anywhere in Angeles City. But we got it at the Metro Market, unless you go walking into the bank, the BPI. They run their own Forex exchange. Well, I'm going to do a video on this. It's very, very important because it makes, for a lot of expats, it's a huge relief, you know. The inflation rate in the Philippines right now is running somewhere between 3.5% and 4%. That's the latest number that I saw. It could be more, it could be less, it could be totally off base. I really don't know, but I think it's somewhere between 3.5% or 4%. So when I first came over here, when Mamini and I, 58.5 on Walking Street, which is pretty good. I got 58.4. So if you're getting 58.5, I would take thousands of dollars over there and I would exchange it right now today, because we're probably not going to see a rate like that in a while. But they let me change 300 at 58.4. It was the same rate that BPI Bank was offering. That's why we took advantage of it. Okay, so now that's where we bank, right? So here's the story. The inflation rate is running at like 3.5% to 4%. And the thing is, the way that most expats keep ahead of the inflation rate and the rising prices is by doing that exchange. We can't, when we first moved over here, we were somewhere around 50 to 1. So when you add in that rate difference of 58.4, 58.8, when you start factoring that in against inflation, you actually are realizing a significant gain on inflation. In other words, you're getting somewhere between, without me doing the hard math, without doing the calculation, right? I just do it in my head. All right, so when you factor in that rate against inflation, you actually are making money on the exchange rate, somewhere between 10 and 15%. And for a lot of expats, including Minnie and I, it's very, very important. You know, it's very important to keep to keep ahead of that. And so we notice the increase in prices, but it's going to tend to affect the locals more than it's going to affect the expats, right? The expats are realizing a 10 or 15% reduction in their rent, a 10 or 15 reduction in their food budget, a 10 or 15% reduction in all those expenses. And so that's why it becomes very, very important. It's a love-hate thing. We don't want Filipinos to suffer, but the inflation rate really is kind of like coming under control right now in the Philippines. So Irene and Irish is here, and we have Shopal Lee saying, "Yep, I agree, Dan." So I apologize. We're going to hang with it and see if we can make it through this stream, even with the buffering. You just stay put, and it'll come back. So in other words, we depend on that rate. So we're 10 to 15% to the good. And so the inflation rate doesn't affect us as much as it would some of the locals, you know, but it becomes very, very important for the survival of some of the expats and their families here in the Philippines. So I just wanted to point that out. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a video, not going into so much detail about it, but I'm going to be talking about other observations. All right. So now about this drawing thing, let's get a winner for the first oh, wait, let's get a winner before something else happens here. So I'm doing, okay, I have to take off the readers. All right, now I'm doing I'm generating the number. Okay, I have a number. Start guessing. As soon as you see the start show up in the chat, and hopefully this time we're going to get a winner out of it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh my goodness, I saw the number go by, or I think I did. It's very hard to see. Stop. All right. I saw it go by. I didn't see who it was attached to, though. All right, here's the winner. What? Hey, wait a minute. Anyway, man, Minnie's phone glitched. Number 27. Number 27 is the random number that was selected. Number 27. So I'm going to wait here, and you guys can tell me who the winner was. Number 27, 27. It's me. I had a feeling. Anna Mae, it's your lucky day. Hooray. Anna Mae is the first one. Congratulations for 200 pesos. All right. So, is it my imagination? Let's move on and talk about something else that, you know, it's just an observation. It's not a critique. I'm looking at my video and I was editing it today. I wanted to post it today and I started thinking, well, maybe it's a little bit, maybe it sounds too much like a criticism as opposed to an observation, but it's only meant to be an observation. I'm sort of telling you guys in advance about it. So now I have noticed this. So Man, Minnie, and I will be walking down the street. We're walking down the street, and where this hotel is located versus where the McDonald's is, where I spend a lot of time. By the way, we're going to be out dancing tonight. We're going to be out partying it up tonight. We're going to go listen to some 70s music and throw back a few 40-ouncers. I don't know why I want to do it, because I have a cold, and alcohol isn't good medicine for a cold. It's probably not good at all for the cold. But anyway, maybe the alcohol would kill the cold. I'm not sure. Anyway, why go on vacation if you're not going to have a good time, right? So we're walking down the street, and it's got a the thing is, it's 1.5 cars wide, right? Now, usually when a street or an easement is 1.5 cars wide, it's because they were having problems. They were having a little bit of problem with getting right of way, getting the people to give up the right of way, right? And so I don't know if you've watched a few vlogs. People were talking about this, like Rebuty. She bought a piece of land. Rebuty did. I really like Rebuty, but she admitted that she didn't do her due diligence on this plot of land. So she buys this plot of land, and she finds out that it wasn't the land that they showed her, and it only shows up on the title after they survey it. But she does the survey after the transfer of funds, and that's something that most of us wouldn't do. In other words, we survey first, like Manminnie and I did on a couple of properties that we've scoped out. Ramses is here. Good evening. Hi, Ramses. The whole thing is that Ramses is good people. Thank you so much, Ramses. So the whole thing is that you have to survey it to make sure that you have right of way and that is the same parcel of property that is on the deed of trust. That's how you do it here in the Philippines. You never give the money before you have the survey done. And that's just the way you do business anywhere, come to think of it, even in the United States. So that's the way we bought our property in the States. That's the way the property works here. And so we're used to it, right? It's second nature, to do that. And so, but unfortunately, she transfers the money before she does the survey, finds out that it isn't the same plot of land, right? And it has right-of-way issues. Now, here in the Philippines, thank God, there's a process. It's a long process. It's lengthy. But if you don't have right-of-way to a piece of property, you have to file a case against the property owners, right? The property owners are not going to be happy when you do this because the courts favor the landlocked property owner. And so she's going to be stuck because she couldn't negotiate a settlement, right? She couldn't negotiate a settlement. Oh, Chopali is saying, yeah, I heard about that. Not sure if we are talking to the same person. Is she an agent? Yeah, well, they weren't a licensed agent, right? They weren't a licensed agent. They were an agent, like I'm an agent. I got a bridge I want to sell you in the Philippines. Someone that connects Tacloban with that island, Samar. Yeah. Listen, I'll sell it to you cheap. Yeah, 10,000 pesos and I'm out of here. Yeah, and so the whole thing is that she has to now negotiate right of way, and they're not happy with her because they want to get rich off of the right of way. Well, she doesn't want them to get rich off the right of way. She wants her land. She wants access to her land. She wants the difference between what they want and what she's willing to pay for the right of way is like night and day. And so the whole thing is, you've heard this happen before in the Philippines, I'm sure, all the time. You have to make sure you have the right of way if you're dealing with a landlocked piece of property, or you have to make sure you're not dealing with a landlocked piece of property. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, actually she should have known this. She should have known this because it's the way, it's culturally the way they do business here in the Philippines, right? Oh, congratulations, Anime, for winning that money. So how you can tell, so we go, Manminnie and I, we go look, and Jerry, I call South Texas home, is here. So Manminnie and I, we were looking at a piece of property, right? And I asked the question, does this have right-of-way access? And the owner's like, oh, of course it does. The right-of-way is right here, right here. This is the right-of-way. And there are certain ways where you can tell whether it has right-of-way or not. And one way you can tell is if you only can get one car in there coming off the main street, you know that the property owners had a difficult time negotiating with right-of-way access. For example, if you can only squeeze one vehicle, one regular-sized vehicle, a Suzuki van like the one we just bought, or two motor scooters, the big ones, like brother-in-law Jell rides. He likes riding in style. If you can only squeeze two of those in there, you know that the property owners were fighting back and forth about giving up that right of way, and they came to a negotiated deal on the right of way. Well, of course, if I'm on an arterial piece of land that goes back a block or two, and I'm asking the landowner, does this have right of way access? And they say yes, that the chances are pretty good that where you're talking two different things. You have access by foot, you probably don't have access by vehicle. You see, you can see there's certain signs that tell you that right-of-way access is problematic, right? And so right away that has to be dealt with before you transfer any money. Well, anyway, so here on this street, I'm making a long story, doesn't have to be, right? Here on this street, we have right-of-way access in front of this hotel that we're staying at, where it's only like 1.5 cars. But now the question is, and I've taken a long time explaining my thoughts on this, I have noticed a couple of things, right? Even though you have 1.5 car lengths, you have 1.5 car widths of space, there can be no cars coming down this street at all. And then all of a sudden, one will appear out of nowhere going 100 miles an hour, right? And this street has no sidewalks. And they will veer towards the pedestrians walking. They veer. Now, this is probably my imagination. I hope it's my imagination, and they're not deliberately doing this, right? But this has happened so many times as Minnie and I have been walking down this street, headed for the main highway, headed for the main street so we can grab a Jeep over to IT Park, over to Ayala or SM City Mall, wherever we're going, right? And then and there's nobody else around. There's no bikes, there's no trikes, there's no hobbles, there's no Jeeps, there's nobody hanging around, right? Just us walking. And they come racing down the street in their fancy SUV, and they veer towards us. And they veer towards us in a threatening manner, like they're trying to show us who's the king of the road. Now, this is stuff that goes on in the United States. This is not something that goes on in Cebu. We're in La Hogue. Cho Pa Li, we're staying in a place in La Hogue right now for a month. It's near where we stayed last time at the MIT residences. It's down one of the side streets. It's a new hotel. It's fabulous. It is like a diamond find. 1 month stay for $261 American, 15,000 pesos. Everything is brand new. Everything works. Everything's beautiful. Anyway, so there. So yeah, we see this all the time. So like you can't. There's no sidewalk to step up off of. You can't. There's no sidewalks, right? And so. Anyway, you can't get out of the way. If they're messing with you, okay, but I got no place to go run and hide. We're here close in Cebu, really, that's great, I mean SMC side. We've been at SMC side at least 3 or 4 times. I like it there, and we're going to be there Sunday. Hey, Cho Pa Li, we're going to be at SMC side because we're going to be catching a cab on Sunday to go SMC side, and then we're grabbing a cab and going to that El Carsico, what's the name of it? That little town, that little Baywalk. We're going to be headed that way this weekend. We'll be doing a video and putting that up online. Anyway, all right. All I'm seeing here is silence. All you guys are doing are saying you're putting hearts up there and waving and doing all kinds of El Curso. Yeah, what Curso? How do you say it? El Curso. Yeah, I can't even say it, but that's where we're going to be. So we're going to be doing that Baywalk, and they said it's better to do that in mid-afternoon to evening than it is during the daytime when it all lights up. I don't know. I'm just taking everybody's word for it. But I mean, they wouldn't be deliberately trying to, scare us or hit us, would they, on the street? Does anybody know? I mean, they wouldn't be, you know, they wouldn't be deliberately trying to scare us, you know, like showing us that that's a U.S. thing, you know, road rage and things like that. That's a U.S. thing. We invented it there, you know, but I've never experienced that here in the Philippines, but I have seen other cultural changes that are taking place here, you know, and so it wouldn't surprise me if they want to exert their I'm the big dog on this street, you know. Hey, show up, Ali. Let's show up and get together. That would be fun. Cressy Santos is here. So anyway, yeah, if there's a Shakey's Pizza at Seaside, then I'll probably be in there. Anyway, I'm going to do a video about a few of these things, right? Here's another thing. You know, before I start talking about the next thing, there's 26 million people in here. Let's go ahead and do a number. Yes, I know, Tim. I know pedestrians have no right of way. Does that mean that they aim for you to kill you? Right? Pedestrians have no rights here, but does that mean they aim to kill you? That's what I'm talking about. In fact, the safest you can be here in the Philippines when crossing the street, particularly here in Lahug, is the busier it is, the safer you are. Because when traffic starts to back up, then you play that game of frog and you start going, you move across the street right where you can. So I love busy traffic because once it goes bumper to bumper, I just climb over the bumpers and make my way across the other side of the street. They need more pedestrian bridges here they have quite a few here in Lahug. I noticed that. Here in Cebu, they have plenty of them. They need more. Badao TV is in the house. How are you? Lorraine Pajadas is here. 23 million people in the house, and we're about ready to draw for winner number 2. All right. Yes, pedestrians have no rights, so die. Die or get yourself a ride, or die trying to cross the street. All right. All right, now we're going to go. We're going to draw. We're going to draw. Are you guys staying here for good? No, we're here for a month. And then we have our plane tickets to go north to Manila. We're here for a month, and we'll go north to Manila. And the reason why is we're trying to buy time. We have a couple of friends that they've been talking about joining us on a trip to Cambodia and then Thailand. And we want to just give enough time to see if we can put it together. And so we're visiting friends right now in Cebu, and then we'll go north to Manila and hang with the fellas. And then we're gonna decide at that point. Marion Salonga's here. We're gonna decide at that point if we're heading to Vietnam first or Cambodia, or maybe neither place, go to Thailand. I don't know. I want to go to Siem Reap. I want to go to Angkor Wat, you know, because that's something that's a lifelong dream. I know I'll probably be disappointed. I'll go to Angkor Wat. I'll see all the ancient pyramids. I'll kind of go, is that all it's about? I spent 3 days here for what? It's just a lifelong dream to go to Angkor Wat, right? Do stuff that's on your bucket list. I encourage everybody to do that. All right, so we're drawing. The next random number is coming up. I'm picking it in a minute. But it's between 1 and 50. It has to be between the start and the stop. When I have entry points, when I push start, then you can start guessing. Oh, wait. Let me take my glasses off. I have to hit the Google random number generator. So, hey, you know, I'll bet you, I wonder if you go to the Google random number generator, will you end up generating the same number that I do at the same time? I'm generating the number now. I mean, it's fun to think about, right? I'm generating the number now. I have it, and I'm putting start in the chat. Winner number 2 for this live stream is coming up. I have selected the number from using the Google random number generator. It's hot. It is really hot. Oh, I'm not sure you're going to like the number it picked this time. I'm not sure. Okay, my finger's getting itchy. I'm going to put stop in here. If we don't have a winner, of course, we'll have to do it again. There's nothing wrong with that. And also, you're going to tell me who the winner is. So now I hit the stop button. And also, if you win, you only get one chance to win per live stream. So Anime is out of the guessing action because, and you can only guess once and use one channel name. You can't use your ninjas. Use your ninjas. That isn't fair. It should be one guess for one person, right? That makes it as fair as possible. All right, so here's the number. The winning number is, believe it or not, you might not like this. It's lucky number 7. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's lucky number 7. Don't blame me. Blame the Google random number generator. So do we have a winner? Do we have a winner? I'm going to wait here to see if we have a winner. Charmaine's chiming in. Anime won the first round. Yen Irene won. Congratulations, Yen. All right, make sure you send me your GCash number or else I won't know where to send this money. 200 pesos. Because I didn't bring any of my index cards that had the number, your numbers on it. Congratulations, Yen Irene. You are today's second winner of the day. So now, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Tim was reminding me pedestrians have no rights. Good, so they can kill me. Thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome, Yen Irene. Yeah. Mike, married to a beautiful woman, is here. Good morning, Dan and the famous man, Minnie. And she says she's over here, sitting over here doing budget analysis for this trip. Oh, by the way, that's something else I want to talk about. Let's talk about this, right? Let's talk about the budget because let me put my glasses back. Let me put my Minnie's readers back on. Help me see what's going on. Yeah, okay. So here's something I've been neglecting, and a lot of people are neglecting talking about, I think. Even, I'm not sure, maybe, I can't say for sure that other well-known bloggers are not talking about this or pointing this out. But if you're moving around, like taking vacations, right? You don't really have a fixed budget. You sort of do. I mean, Minnie and I, we could figure out what we're going to spend, right? So let me go over it. Minnie and I, we have about a $1,300 per month budget when we're at home in Bye Bye City. When we start traveling around, I know a lot of people have said that's a lot of money. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but we're also supporting a lot of people. We're also supporting her parents and keeping the household alive, and we like running the air conditioner, and that ends up costing a lot of money sometimes. So yeah, I'm not going to lie to you and say that, oh yeah, we're thrifty. We probably are not as thrifty as we can be. So the household budget is running about $1,300 American per month. But when we go to travel, it goes down a little bit because they don't run the air conditioner and the hot water and all that other stuff the way that we do when we're there. So actually, I should correct myself. It's the way that I do when I'm there. I'm from the West, and so I'm used to eating certain foods. I'm used to a hot shower. I've gotten used to air conditioning and things like that. And so the whole thing is that when we're on the road, right, some of that budget actually moves with us, especially food, especially the food budget, I notice. So it goes down. It goes down to around, we were messing around with the budget today, and we realized that when we're not there, when we're not at the house in Bye Bye City Leyte, the household budget, it runs somewhere around 800 or 900 American dollars per month. This is more for expats, right? In a way, but I thought some of you might find this to be interesting. So that's $900. And then the away budget, when we're traveling on the road, it runs at about $1,000 per month. I'm not going to lie. For transportation, for things like transportation and food because we're constantly eating out. Michael Sakomas is here. Happy Friday to you, Michael. Michael is here. Let's see. What can I do for Michael? Give him a jacket? Give him a wrench? Yeah. So, Mildred is here. So anyway, Mildred, are you Bada? Are you Bada? Yeah. Did I say it right or say it wrong? What does it stand for? 19 million people hanging in there with us. It'll go up once we draw the last winner for tonight, which is going to be shortly. Sailor Moon is here. Bada TV. So now, so that means that the total monthly household budget goes up to about $1,900 per month. That is our home base and travel budget when we're traveling. So that might sound like a lot of money, and actually it is. Buffering momentarily. Stand by. All right, we're back. That didn't last long. And so that is Girly Send is here. So that actually is a lot of money, you know. So that's about $1,800 or $1,900 per month American money. That is our monthly budget when Minnie and I is on the road. I noticed this, and I'm going to talk about it, I think, in a video. We take our share of Jeeps around, right? But we also use cabs, and we may use cabs more here in Cebu than we do in Manila. The reason why is I get tired of answering their questions. How much are you willing to pay me to take you where you need to go? That's a Manila cab driver. When here, they automatically drop the flag on the meter. But still, let's see, I have a large budget for my vacation. Right, Tim? So they always drop the flag on the meter here in Cebu, but they seldom do it in Manila. They will just as soon, not take you where you need to go if you can't negotiate the fare. And after a while, you get tired of that. So you learn how to go ahead and use the Jeeps to get around everywhere in Manila, and not so much here in Cebu. But it's a curse here in Cebu in a way, because you get so comfortable using the taxis, and we started figuring out today what our taxi budget, our transportation budget is here while we're traveling. And it's running somewhere between $70 and $100 per month. So $100 being 5,800 pesos or 5,800 pesos. That's a lot of money. That's certainly a full bag of rice. And so I don't know, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's good because it's convenient, but it makes me feel kind of bad, because if Mamie and I were to swear off taxis forever, then we could take some of that money and we could do, we could give it away in humanitarian gestures. Oh, by the way, we're getting close to getting that first paycheck. We use taxis. Grab is the worst, though. Grab is getting expensive, right, Chopal Lee? Grab is starting to cost a lot of money. And so I think it's cheaper to use the taxi, And so I started using Grab. In Thailand, when we're in Bangkok, we use Bolt, and Bolt seems to work out okay. I haven't had many complaints, even though it might be more expensive to use Bolt in Thailand and Bangkok. The one reason why we like it so much is because, again, you're not negotiating the fare. Only once did we have a situation where the cab driver called us up and said, listen, I can't come pick you up because I need a little bit of extra fare for that. And we said, no, cancel it, and we'll just go ahead and find another ride. And guess what happened? He wouldn't cancel it. And so I wasn't going to cancel it. I didn't want to get charged. So on those apps, if you're the one that cancels first, Guess what happens? You end up paying for a no-show. But I waited a good 20 minutes, and finally the cab driver, guess what? He showed up for the fare that was advertised. He realized that, oh my God, they're going to charge me back if I don't go get this guy. And so the Bolt guy shows up. My girlfriend uses Grab. It's cheaper than the Trikes. Really? Well, I haven't tried using Grab in the Philippines lately, but we may give it a shot. I'm not sure. We have 3 Grabs, knows us, seems like they love us. Okay. Bayarong Day Barbero is in the house. All right, 20 million people in the house. We lost a few people, but we're going to draw for cash, pesos 200. Our last and final winner for the night. Yay, we made it through. How long have we been on the air? Oh, 56 minutes and 51 seconds. So Sir Luke is hanging in there with us. Mike, married to a beautiful woman, is here. Hi, Nicole. Thanks, Tox. Beautiful Tox is here. All right. So now, what are the rules again? Yeah, we're using the random number generator between the ranges of 1 and 50. You'll have to guess. I'll put start in the chat, and then you're going to guess the number. And if you're the first one to guess it, you haven't won before. And it's between the stop, the start and the stop in the chat, then you win the money. It's as simple as that. But you have to send me your GCash number. I won't know where to send this number. This cash, because I didn't bring any of my paperwork. All right. I have to take my glasses off. I don't want you to see the number reflected in Man Mini's readers. We're generating the number. Oh, man. I'm really surprised at some of these numbers. I hope I'm not giving it away by talking about, I'm surprised what this number is, All right, so now when I put start in the chat, then you start guessing. You're early, Shane. You're early for guessing. All right, start guessing. Now, as soon as you see that in the chat, you go ahead and start telling me. Oh, I think we have a winner already. Uh-oh. I think I saw the number go by. I didn't see who guessed it, but let me hit the stop button. I think I saw the number go by. All right. The winning number is 2. It selected number 2. I'm going to wait a few moments, and you guys tell me who won. Who is the third and final winner of today? Who is the third and final winner tonight on Dan's live stream? Congratulations, Nicole. Wow, Nicole. Okay, Nicole. Nicole, make sure you send your GCash number to my messenger. Congratulations. Okay, so now I'm going to lose everybody, right? Because now there's no more money to be given away. So winner number 1 was Anime Reyes. Number 2 was Yen Irene. And number 3, the final winner of the evening, is Nicole. So anyway, you guys know where we're going to be this weekend on Sunday. So if you show up, I will buy you a coffee or a beer. All right, Charmaine is here. Tim, congratulations to all the winners tonight. Marion Salonga, congratulations. Congrats to Cole and Stead family. Everybody, it turned out to be a way better live stream than I thought, because I have a cold and I lost my goatee. What are you going to do? Thanks for hanging around and listening to my stories. We're signing out, and we'll see you on the flip side. Look for that video. If I can edit it so it doesn't sound like I'm complaining, then it'll be a good video, and I'll load it up tomorrow. We'll see everybody later. Thanks for your support.
Guys.
Bye, guys. Oh, by the way, listen, let me say something. I don't know. I heard something in the background. I'm not sure exactly what it was.
Just say hi.
Come say hi. Why aren't you coming over here and say hi?
Because I'm just kidding.
Now come on over here. Man Mini wants to say hello to you guys and goodbye. Come on over here. I don't know why you don't. There she is.
How are you guys?
Hey, there's Man Mini. All right.
Everybody.
We're going out tonight. We're heading out. We're gonna go listen to some music and have a couple of beers at our favorite watering hole tonight. That's what traveling and vacation is all about, right, man? Minnie, enjoying our life. All right, so I was going to say something else, but I can't remember what it was. It's okay. Everybody, we'll see you later. Take care. Bye bye. We'll see you on the next one.